Okay.
That one's streaming live as of now, so we are streaming live to YouTube. Hello, thanks guys for joining from YouTube. Give us just a couple minutes here so I can get the Facebook live stream set up. Hope everybody is having a good time.
I agree. I agree. There we are. Now I can see this. Hey, look it. There we go. I'm just gonna make that change. Okay. That's gotta be Skype. Audio video settings. Ooh.
Okay, and getting close here to being able to go. Maybe not. Bear with me, guys, while I get this set up for the YouTube, for the Facebookers. I've got the YouTube live stream going.
Can you hear you bouncing back?
Can I hear me? No?
Okay, good. I need to figure out how to fix that.
All right,
Figured it out there.
I think I got that figured out. All right, start broadcast.
Yay!
Now, the only thing with this is hello, everybody. Thanks for joining the Disney Nerds podcast live stream. Let me get that pulled up on the telephone so I can.
So we can see stuff.
Are you gonna pull both of them? You gonna watch both of them? The comments on both?
I've got YouTube up. We got one comment already.
Okay, cool. Thanks
Yeah,
for joining. Who commented?
that would be. We got a comment from Crazy Christine Crew.
Thank you, Crazy Christine Crew, for joining and commenting. So, if you guys don't know, to get people tuning in, we first of all, please share. Please share the broadcast, whether you be on YouTube or on Facebook. Please share to all your friends. We we've been doing this. We've been doing a live stream for a while now, but we're just getting this new setup where we can live stream to YouTube and Facebook at the same time. So that's pretty new. So we're still trying to work out all the details on that. I just hit the phone, so I'm trying to.
Yeah, I got you. Been there,
Okay,
done
so
that.
that way I can watch the comments. I'm gonna let Lisa go ahead and keep sharing while we're sitting here. Hey, Bradley, Chelsea, Steven Sproles, Mike, Ann, Jennifer, uh, Morgan. Thanks for joining, everybody. Hello, Nathaniel. Um, we got some exciting news today. I know Lisa posted yesterday about topics and what we wanted to cover, and I appreciate all of you contributing. I think we're going to cover as many of those topics as we can. I know one that Chelsea came out with was kind of a Chelsea. If you followed the Disney Nerds podcast YouTube page, hey Randy, how you doing? Hey, Bill, I did skip you. It's only because I owe you buttons and pens. I didn't want to try and ignore you. I
You
didn't.
didn't want to bring it up.
I didn't want to bring it up. So if we could, oh crap. Oh yeah, big news. Big news. We have a new sponsor, Expedition Roasters. Brew your happy place. Let's go on a happy adventure. Do you see some of the? I hope you guys can see some of the see some of the coffees that they brew over there at Expedition Roasters, like the Jungle Banana Pie and the Redhead Rum, Enchanted Tiki Coconut. So make sure and go check out Expedition Roasters website. Order a order some coffee from them. We do have a discount code. Good God, if I don't remember what it is, I'm sorry. With all this new technology, we're trying out. Hold on one second. Let me go find the discount code. You guys.
I've got a blog post coming out soon too. That's gonna kind of mirror everything that's going on. We're really excited to have them. So
We've been talking to them recently, and I didn't want to do this show without bringing them up. So I apologize for not being as prepared as I probably should be. But let me go find that real quick while Lisa talks.
well, he leaves me hanging. Hey, no big deal.
So
I'm used to it.
all right, Disnerd 20, DISNERD 20. Disnerd 20 will get you 20% off your first purchase. If any of you would like to go buy me some coffee and get 20% off, I will take it. So
Fair enough.
their kind of tagline. That's awesome, Chris. Chris said he's
That's great,
sharing.
Chris.
Yeah, he's sharing his Disney Nerds podcast window sticker with all its Uber. That's awesome. Share the love, man. Share the love. It is great to have a sponsor. You know, this is our second sponsor we've had for the live show. We have some others. We have sponsors for the podcast like Kingdom Strollers and touringplans.com. Obviously, for the podcast and the live stream, we have Once Upon a Time Travel. We also have DVC Resale Market, and now we have Expedition Roasters. So I'm pretty excited about that. And look, there's Expedition Roasters right there. Now I feel like I should have probably been more prepared. Well, I feel pretty prepared. It wasn't the Expedition Roasters thing that had me unprepared. It's this new platform we're using that allows us to use the green screens. So that takes a little more work for us. But as you guys can see, the link in the bottom, expeditionroasters.com. Go check them out. Use discount code DisneyNerd20. My address, if you'd like, just shoot me a message. I'll get you my address if you want to mail me, if you want to buy some coffee for me and you. Order for both of us. Lisa, you going to send me some coffee?
I'll send you some coffee. I'm not a big coffee drinker, so I'll be happy to send you some coffee.
But Angela is.
Yeah, she won't be happy to send you any coffee.
I won't get any coffee from her. So Roundup Roast, Campfire S'mores. Even if you're not a coffee drinker, like I'm a coffee drinker, but like I'm not a coffee drinker like my wife or your wife. You know, I like they like want to break out the French press and they want, you know, like Campfire S'mores or banana pie. That's like now you're speaking my language. You know what I'm saying?
And it's brewed this way, so that's one of these things that their master brewer brews they roast. They're called master roasters, and they actually roast the flavor into the coffee beans.
That's pretty awesome. And let me cover their little the spiel with it. We're gonna have this more. It's gonna be a little more formal on the podcast, but they're kind of their thing is there's an adventure in every cup waiting for you at Expedition Roasters. Expedition Roasters is the artisanal roaster of specialty Disney and pop culture themed coffees. So why not brew some magic at your home? Some of our coffees include Skipper's Brew, Ghoulish Delight, Enchanted Tiki Coconut, Redhead Rum, and many other unique roasts. Our coffees are certified gluten and allergen free and feature unique custom artwork by guest artists. So start your adventure today by visiting us online at expeditionroasters.com. And the Disney Nerd Podcast listeners, be sure to take advantage of this exclusive offer. Save 20% off on your first purchase with code DisneyNerd20. Brew your happy place.
That is correct. Brew your happy place.
Makes me want to drink.
One of their
coffee.
brand new blends is the Dark Side.
The Dark Side.
The Dark Side. So really excited to have them aboard.
We're going to have to get our buddy Thomas Estrada, who's a Disney feature animation artist. hooked up with the guys over at Expedition Roasters because I feel like he could help with some art there. Maybe we can get a Disney Nerds podcast blend going. We can get Thomas Estrada to do. We can put our pictures, our animated pictures on it, Lisa.
No, see, there you go.
All right, we got to get with Expedition Roasters and see if we can get our own Disney Nerds podcast blend, and we'll get Thomas Estrada to do the art for us. That'd be awesome. So
it'll certainly be awesome.
So one of the cool things on our group every Monday, the Disney Nerds group, is Sophie. Everybody knows Sophie Kravitz does Mug Monday. Yeah. So Mug Monday. Look, if you had Mug Monday from now on, just won't be the same unless you have one of the Expedition Roasters coffee in your mug. Don't be showing up with no Folgers in your cup. You better have some Expedition Roasters in your cup. And from now on, when you share your Mug Monday, when you share that, I want to know what Expedition Roasters coffee is in your mug. And
that's
I tell
right.
you what
flavor are you drinking?
And I tell you what, because Sophie does such a fantastic job with the Mug Monday, Sophie, your first package of Expedition Roasters coffee is on Jimmy.
Yeah.
You go to the website, Sophie. You let me know which one you want, and I'm gonna order it with my discount code, and I'm gonna mail it to you. Hey,
that's
Rachel.
Perfect.
Hey, Joy. Joy says she just finished watching Illuminations, having a late dinner at Tokyo Dining. Hope all is well. Joy and Henry.
We love Joy and Henry. I need to meet up with them at some point down at Walt Disney World. They are DVC owners down there, and they go down pretty often.
Joy, I'm happy to be here every Tuesday night, but I've got to say, I would rather be there.
I'd rather be there.
Yes.
Would you just rather be there?
But you know where I would probably rather be than Tokyo Dining?
Is your planter?
No. Come on. Where else?
Where would you rather be than Tokyo Dining?
Yes.
Dude, you're going to put me on the spot right now, boy?
I'd rather be at Casey's Corner. Oh, and here we are.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here comes the fun.
You know what? Oh, see, and this picture really upsets me.
Bright Morgan Rose and Crown.
I would definitely much rather be at the Rose and Crown, but I will take Casey's Corner. This picture that we're in kind of upsets me.
Oh boy.
What's the number?
Why is that?
What's the number 2?
Oh, see, it's a throwback, Jimmy. It's a throwback.
God. Okay, so Chelsea Lewandowski wanted to talk about gone attractions in the parks when we threw up, what we might want to talk about for tonight's episode, and she said lost attractions. I would tell you one of the attractions I missed the most is the barbecue slaw dog.
It is, and it's something that now they do these monthly dogs.
Not the same.
And you know what's crazy is we missed the barbecue slaw dog last November.
Yeah.
I just want to rub that in just a little bit.
I know.
We did miss that barbecue slaw dog, and don't get me wrong, I don't ever turn down Casey's Corner.
When I went in January, when I was there in January, mine was, they had the one for that month was the teriyaki something, hot diggity dog.
Hot diggity dog, yep.
And I had that one. It was good.
Dog.
I had that one. It was good. It was not, and let me repeat, was not the barbecue slaw dog.
It's not. There isn't. I think the last barbecue slaw dog I had, Jimmy, was with you when we ate lunch after the Keys to the Kingdom tour.
Sophie called us out.
Yeah, I was waiting for somebody to do it. It was inadvertent. We did not plan this.
No, it was. It just so happened that she said, "Are you serious that you're going to wear that shirt tonight?" I don't know if you guys have seen our animated picture, but I'm supposed to wear. Well, I'm supposed to have the red shirt, and you're supposed to have the green. How do we both land on blue?
I don't know how we both landed on blue. I do not know how that happened.
What's up, Billy Dufresne Sr.?
Hey, Stephanie, how you doing tonight? No, definitely no barbecue slaw dog.
Bob, I know. It's a good point. It's a good point. Kim did pick my shirt. Should I tell you how
I just
random
walked
that
over
was?
Guess what we finally did? We finally did our laundry from our trip.
Yes, I would consider planning a trip just for the slow dog. Absolutely. If they said, you know what, we're bringing it back for a week, I would probably try and make that happen just to go get the slow dog.
You know, I would probably consider the same thing. That's how much I miss it. That's how devastated I was when I realized that it was available at Casey's while we were there, and I did not get it.
They did have it a little while at Hollywood Studios at Min and Bill's, I think.
Yeah, Min and Bill's Dockside Diner.
Lisa,
it is
there you go.
The Chelsea. It is the line queue for Pirates of the Caribbean.
Randy, I've never had the mac and cheese dog, but I bet I would like it.
It was really good. I had it when it was the dog of the month last January.
Yes, we're both at our individual homes.
Yes, Stephanie, I am home now.
Rachel, with me and Kim are thinking about maybe a quick weekend trip in April. We're still working it out, but maybe a quick weekend trip in April. Southwest having a sale, and we can get some really cheap flights. So Chelsea Lewandowski's, I hope I got your last name right. You know, when we asked for feedback about what people wanted to see, she came up with Extinct Attractions. We just did a podcast episode on this not too long ago. Hey, Lisa, could you reach me that cotton candy right there?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, sure. Every time I reach out of the frame, things get bad.
So
one of the things that was mentioned earlier was Captain EO. You know what's funny about Captain EO? I don't quite remember it.
What? You need to go Google.
Find
you need
YouTube,
to go
right?
YouTube. Yeah, you need to YouTube.
As Ed would say, YouTube is your friend.
Yeah, you got to YouTube that.
As Ed would say, YouTube is your friend. What do you miss? What's extinct? I'll tell you what should be extinct is that dinosaur ride, but we won't go down that road.
You know, I said the same thing, and that's right. Joe Debo wants to know if he can get 2 hot dog meals, 2 Sprites.
Let me. I'll head out back and we'll check it. We'll see how we do.
And some hot cheese sauce.
And some hot cheese sauce.
Can I get some hot cheese sauce, please?
Got my brother chiming in. Check him out.
Look at that.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
How's it going, Sean? God bless you, man, for being her brother. All right, Captain EO, you'll either love it or you'll hate it, says Rachel.
Well, I'll let you know after I dash into the YouTube world.
Bradley said 20,000 Leagues. Yep, they did bring it back for a little while. Caitlin got to enjoy it. Matter of fact, Caitlin had a Captain EO t-shirt. Chelsea said she didn't like getting her ankles touched. That was a little freaky, especially when it was Honey, I Shrunk the Audience and it was rats. The dinosaur ride's very scary, but you know so I'm going with Kelly. See, me and Kelly are on the same page. That's why me and Kim are married. Kelly was Kim's best friend in high school, so I would venture to say I'm Kim's best friend now. Maybe not. But I say Alien Encounter. Alien Encounter was one of my favorites.
And you are downright insane because Alien Encounter was the most terrifying thing I've ever experienced at Disney World, next to vacationing with you.
Sean said you're a wonderful sister, but he did preface that with an LOL.
And I'm the only one he has, so
right,
he's got nothing to judge it by.
Yeah, so you're his favorite sister.
That's right.
Toontown and Walt Disney World. You know, I think that was a cool little area, going in Minnie and Mickey's houses and stuff. But that was always designed to be temporary. It lasted way longer than it was supposed to. Um, no, I don't think they're getting rid of Rapunzel's anything.
No,
I,
unlikely.
I think I like Toontown. Toontown was cool, but I would not trade New Fantasyland to go back to Toontown.
No?
Nah. Would you?
No, I wouldn't. You
Yeah.
know, I don't think I clearly experienced Toontown. Your kids were at the Toontown age.
Sure.
I was in the middle of Toon. I didn't have kids. I mean, I had my nieces, but I didn't have kids to really experience Toontown. So I didn't really experience it. By the time it was in its really like in its prime, you're talking, you know, what, the late 90s, early 2000s,
Yeah.
when it was really big.
I'm surprised. And look, I want to hear what everybody else has to say. We got 30 people in the room right now. I think we've seen a few, but what is your favorite? What's your favorite thing? What's the thing you'd bring back if you could pick one thing, just one thing to bring back to Walt Disney World? What would it be?
Oh, that's a great question.
Since you're one of the co-hosts, you get to pick more than one thing if you had to.
Oh, really?
But Rachel, you only get to pick one.
And Rachel will know what my answer is because Rachel listened to the podcast and then commented on the podcast. So if I had to bring one thing back, I know what the one thing is for certain.
What's the one thing?
I would absolutely positively bring back the Adventurers Club.
Okay, let's stick to a park though.
I'll put it in a park and I'll bring back the Adventurers Club.
No. Something that was in a park.
Well, you're not fair. People are saying River Country and the old. Oh, okay. I guess the old Figment Ride kind of counts.
Chris wants to bring back Walt Disney himself. I mean, that would be cool, but he'd be really, really old at this point.
He'd be very old. He'd
be like 117 years old. I could get down with Joseph on the Great Movie Ride. Great Movie Ride. I love that. The original Figment Ride. That's a great one. River Country, Adventurers Club, Electric Parade. I would say. I like the Main Street Electrical Parade, but I would say Spectro Magic.
Oh, Spectro Magic is not bad.
Hey, Courtney, how are you?
Hey, Courtney.
Billy, Thunder Mountain Railroad's still there, buddy.
So Spectro Magic, Mr. Toad.
Hey, what's up,
River
Ian?
Country.
Mr. Toad, River Country, Spectro.
I don't hate the idea of Spectro Magic, only because I really want a nighttime parade back. So yeah, I'm all over that.
Yeah, at this point, I would take pretty much any nighttime parade, right?
Yeah, anything that would draw the crowds away from the attractions, to be honest with you.
See, Bill, this is why you don't get recognized. Bill wants to bring back attractions from parks that we don't even know about, like some random theme park.
And that's how very quickly we stopped paying attention to Bill.
Bill, you can't bring back the carousel from your hometown park.
Hold on. Brad hit the nail on the head. Because if you were to read my bio, you would learn that my favorite all-time attraction, which most wouldn't consider an attraction, is the monorail. And bringing back riding in the front, that was by far the all-time coolest thing I had ever done.
Chelsea said earlier about the Skyway, and that is coming back in a way.
Yeah, it's not the same thing, and you know it. It's not the same thing.
Well, they can't have it the way it used to be, and you know it.
Oh, Amy plugging in on Osborne Lights and Kim pulling at my heartstrings with wishes.
I've heard they're getting very... As a matter of fact, Chris Hiller tagged me in the post. Hey, Jenny. But apparently the rumor is that they're finishing up the development of the Illuminations replacement.
Really?
It's gonna make me very, very sad.
Well, that'll make you plan a trip.
Bill, hey, Kings Island is not just some random local park. Thank you very much. The Bradys came here.
And I'm certain you're not referring to Tom and Giselle.
I told him, like Tom Brady went there? That's cool.
Right.
The GOAT, man. What? So next time Tom Brady, well, at least he's gonna hate me. But next time Tom Brady loses a Super Bowl, the winner can be like, "I'm going to Disney World." And Tom Brady can be like, "I'm going to Kings
I'm
Island."
going to Kings Island.
It's like the consolation prize.
Before we get too far down the line here, Randy brings up a really great point with that he hopes we get Paint the Night for Walt Disney World's 50th. And I absolutely agree. Paint the Night is fabulous. And I have not experienced it firsthand. I've listened to the music. I've seen the videos. I'd love to see that in person.
I've heard good things. Pleasure Island. Sean, Pleasure Island. I mean, I know Pleasure Island's gone, but let me tell you, man. I think these days the boardwalk is every bit as fun. Maybe not. I think the boardwalk does it well in the fact that it's still adult entertainment, but it's real adult entertainment and not teenage adult entertainment. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's not a bunch of 21, 22-year-olds hanging out on the boardwalk. It's people that are actual adults.
Yeah, I think it's a good point, but there was something really cool about 8 Tracks and the country bar and the beach club and the comedy club. There was a lot to offer down there.
I think that at the time that 21 to 25-year-old crowd is what killed it. I think it got too rowdy.
Right.
Which is just so not Disney. That they just couldn't maintain that, What else? I can't believe not one person has said Horizons. Unless I
really like Horizons.
Unless I missed it, not one person has said Horizons.
No, nobody said it. Nobody has said Horizons. Is that what you would bring back?
Me?
Yeah.
Alien Encounter.
You're like truly... You are truly, Jimmy, I feel like a man on a very small island. I can't even believe.
Kelly said, I had more than one person say, oh, see, Rachel's about to get booted.
Really, Rachel? You know what? I was sad when that was coming down, and now I don't miss it at all. And that's probably one of the things about changes at Walt Disney World is you get sad when it happens, but then once you get through a trip, you realize, wow, okay, I almost forget what it was like with it.
Yeah. Yep, that's true. Can I get some Cracker Jacks?
Yes, absolutely. Right after I get my barbecue slaw dog.
It doesn't really, as far as like Disney's concerned, I mean, look, this is all just talking for fun, but have you ever seen them, other than like Captain EO, which was really a movie that they brought back for a limited time right after Michael Jackson died, just as a tribute? I mean, have you ever seen them bring really anything back?
No.
They'll pay tribute to things in small ways and, but and that kind of stuff, but I've never seen them really bring anything back. Alien Encounter was a perfect attraction, Joe. You are correct. I don't care what Lisa says. And Ian's on that train. And Kelly. I got more for Alien Encounter than you had for Adventures Club. And you telling me I'm on an island.
Yeah, you could tie in Pleasure Island with it, and now we can talk.
Oh, so now you're expanding your...
I am expanding my horizons.
All right, so now I just wish for every
extinct... You had wings, and
I just want every
extinct... Delta Dream Flight.
Right, every extinct attraction that's ever been, and I'm just going to expand it to Magic Kingdom. I want them all back.
And you can expand it to Tomorrowland. That's how this can work.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Listen, we can't give Jimmy this. This is horrible.
She hates it when people agree with me.
It devastates me. You know what? I kind of agree with Brad. When you asked the question, what would you bring back? The first thing that popped into my head was Maelstrom.
No.
And you want to talk about a person on an island?
No, but would you would give up the Frozen ride to have Maelstrom back?
I would.
I can't. I don't know why.
Oh, because like Ed, I'm not part of the obsession.
I'm not either, but I think the Frozen ride is okay. and Maelstrom was a little less than okay. I mean, at least the Frozen ride has some technology behind it.
Well, I don't hate the technology behind it, but I think
Maelstrom
my problem.
I didn't get that one at all.
What?
Maelstrom, I just don't. I didn't. It's not. Just wasn't a big deal. I don't know. We rode it. I mean, right before they.
Joe, let it go.
Bill said, "Maelstrom for life." Bill's starting a gang. Maelstrom for life, yo.
we'll have jackets made.
Yes.
We'll have cuts done.
You know, I didn't hate I didn't hate Maelstrom, but I didn't get. We rode it. I think that was the second year we did the Disney Nerds podcast meetups. Was right before it closed. And just to ride it for the last time is Maelstrom, and I'm like, yeah, this is okay, but it's not. Like, I'm so excited they're doing something else with it because it's not that great.
There was just, I still listen to the old audio. It still pops up on the radio every now and again. And I can, keep away. Like, there's just a back over the falls. There's just bits and pieces of that I really, really like.
Maelstrom did smell funny. I don't know where that comes from, but that's great.
It does smell funny.
Billy, a few people.
I think most water rides are like that.
If they don't, people did say River Country.
Yes, several people said River Country, and I don't remember River Country enough to say. I've definitely been, but I think I've been twice, but I don't remember it enough.
Joe, I think that's probably true for a lot of people that they probably rode Maelstrom, but that's like anything in Disney. Like, if they close like a popcorn cart, there will be like a follow. There'll be a whole Facebook page about it.
It'll be the popcorn cart that sells my Ottawa apple, so right. I'm not okay with it.
But it's like, they would have like a Facebook page about save that popcorn cart. I mean, like anything, people get so like upset by just things going away. Like it's not that great. Like, God. And certainly, my biggest thing is, hey, look, before we judge it, let's see what they're going to replace it with, If they don't replace it, if they replace it with something subpar, I'm like, okay, well, then you can make an argument they should have kept it. But that very, very rarely ever happens.
Randy, I don't know whether or not you saw, I guess Chris answered your question. He said, with the Flamingo Crossings purchase, is it possible for Walt Disney World getting a fifth gate?
I think it's also possible. But I mean, we got a ways to go. There's a lot of things they still have to do in the parks that are there. Yeah, the redhead can't be saved any longer. The Pirates is shut down right now. They're going to be replacing her. Well, not replacing her. I guess they're just redressing her.
Is that what they're doing?
The character will still be there, but it's my understanding that she'll be a pirate. She won't be a prostitute or sex slave.
Fair enough.
I mean, I guess that's, I don't know. Won't be property.
Will they say we want the pirate?
I don't know. It's so weird. I hate this politically correct Disney.
Yes, as Joe says, messing with nostalgia.
Yep.
Oh, Joe, bring back Push. Yes, I could sit and watch Push all day long.
What's up, Jason Shepard?
Push was fabulous.
Kelly said hooker. Push was a hooker?
And this is what happens when you deal with Jimmy. You lose him.
Kim said friend for hire.
Hashtag save the Ottawa apple.
Billy,
they're making it not a auction. They're making it into something else.
Billy, they do still have the soft drinks from around the world. That's at Club Cool, which is next to the Starbucks in Epcot.
I hear that might be going away. I think when you start looking at the
it may be eventually, yeah. All that's going to change
concept art,
quite a bit. Professional
we're,
hug.
we're stretching it a little bit, Bill.
Professional hug giver. She's a cuddler. Professional cuddler.
That's correct. Push the talking trash can. That's right, Randy. We can bring
Beverly.
that back. There's a form of that floating around. There is something in Tomorrowland that is similar.
Jeff
or
Davis,
maybe not Tomorrowland. Maybe it's in Disney Springs.
Jeff Davis says, "Oh yeah, Push needs to come back. It's the little things sometimes that make it extra magical," and I agree with that. That is true.
I believe they are moving it to the Coca-Cola building. Chris, that's a...
They have Beverly, and they have those over there at Disney Springs, so that very well could be it. That's one of the only free things I know of for birthdays is that in Club Cool you can go there and get a free slushie on your birthday.
That's right.
Brandon Humble just joined. Brandon is in Disney now.
Oh, is he really?
Yes. Got there
Rub
yesterday
it
or
in.
the day before, I think. Brandon, shout out, dude. I wish I was there too instead of here. And I like being here, but I'd rather be there.
Fair enough.
Push was the little, like, talking trash can that moved around. He was a trash can that moved around, and he would talk to you. Jeff, we invented the Beverly Challenge. I had done, on a previous trip a couple of years ago, I had done 15 shots of Beverly. But 2 years ago, Lisa went, and maybe a year and a half ago, Lisa went and did 16 shots of Beverly. And then after that, Morgan went down and did 20.
It wasn't even that. It was 6 months ago. I did it during the October trip.
Okay.
I was down there with Edwin.
All right. So 6 months ago. But since then, Morgan has gone and done 20. And we went back, and I didn't want to try it. I do want to try it, but Ian's got a great point. Me and Ian did that together. They used to have the phone booths in England used to actually be working payphones, and you could find the numbers if you looked on the internet, and you could call them. So me and Ian called from like across the street by the Rose and Crown, and people would answer, and you could just we pretended to be Mickey Mouse and stuff like that.
Stop it.
Just all fun. Yeah, nothing terrible.
That's awesome. You should come for a Tigers-Gators game. I don't know whether or not you'd make it out of there alive, Jimmy.
No. Go Tigers. Chris Hiller says he'll do 21 Saturday. Bill said he's done 0. Joe, yes, 21 shots of Beverly. That takes the Disney Nerds Podcast Beverly Challenge Championship right now.
And you know what? And maybe Morgan disagrees, but once Morgan took that championship belt from me, I gladly handed it to her and told her I would never, ever do another Beverly again. And I have not done one since.
Talking about the phones in out by England, out by the UK, Rachel said when they lived in Dallas, her husband Ken would call them randomly.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Just talk to people that answer the phone. That's awesome.
I'm not certain I'd pick up that phone, and I don't know why I wouldn't, but I'm just not certain that I would pick that phone up.
Brandon said extra magic hours at Epcot tonight. Just did Soarin' in 24 minutes. Had a great dinner at Le Cellier. Even had a Carl's combo before dinner. That is awesome.
That sounds like a magical and fabulous evening.
God, I want a Carl's combo so bad.
Hey, Jimmy, what's a Carl's combo?
Carl's combo is first you put the Bass, then you put the Stella. It's good in any weather. Ask any fine fella. I think that's the whole poem. It's been a while. If you guys watching have not been to the Rose and Crown pub in Epcot in the UK and had a Carl's combo, if you like beer, I would highly recommend it. And if you can go during the day and meet Carl. Carl's been there since it's opened. He's wonderful and very nice. I I would highly recommend go and stop there and talk to Carl. Introduce yourself. Tell him the Disney Nerds podcast sent you. We have a great video on the Disney Nerds podcast YouTube page with Carl, and he told us the whole story of how it was made. It's not the same, Kim. I do have a Bass and a Stella in the fridge to make a Carl's combo. It's not the same.
Kim, I have the stuff to make a cider and black downstairs right now.
It's not exactly the same, though, is it?
No, it's not the same. I mean, it tastes good, but it's not the same.
But even like Joe likes that beer in Canada, the Le Fen du Monde.
Yes.
And he bought it. He found it and bought it in a bottle. It comes in like a 22-ounce bottle, and it's not.
And he said it's not the same.
Yeah, it's not. I did it too, and it's not quite the same as getting it there on draft.
Hey, so Billy asked, and I'm gonna shoot it out there. What attractions do you think should go? We're gonna stump Jimmy tonight.
No. I can definitely come up with something that should go.
I got one for certain already off the top of my head.
We'll go. Tell me. Oh, I got 3.
Mickey's Phil. Jesus, how did you go from 0 to 3?
Because it's all in one. It's all in one area.
Oh, really? Okay.
Well, 2.
Mickey's PhilharMagic.
Why?
I like it, but it needs to go.
Mickey's PhilharMagic.
What?
I like Mickey's PhilharMagic.
I like it, but it has to go.
Ian rang in with Ellen's ride. Rachel said Stitch. I got good news for you guys. You did it. Gone. They're gone. Yeah. Thank God you chimed
Dinosaur, Dino Land.
So Dino Land was where I was going. I like Dinosaur, but the Triceratops spin and the Primeval World's okay. But it's taking up a lot. That area just takes up so much space that they could do so much more with. That's my issue. Oh my God, Randy said Soarin'. Soarin' is fantastic. Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular. I don't think that'll be around much longer.
What about Aladdin's Magic Carpet?
Bradley, I don't think they work anymore. I think they're not working phones anymore, from what I understood. Anyway, unless that's not true. Can we call? You want me to call?
We've got to find a way to tap that into the show. We've got to be able to find a way to tap that into the mixer.
I can tap it. I just need to write down the phone number, because once I gotta do it on my phone, I won't be able to read the comments, but I can plug my phone in and let's see.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Maybe we should test this before we do it live.
Yeah, probably. You think?
All right, somebody that's on their computer, watching on their computer, can they call one of those numbers and see if somebody answers? Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. That is also gone. Tomorrowland Speedway. I could see an argument for that being gone. I like PhilharMagic. I don't know why anybody want that gone.
Yeah, I'm an awful human being. I don't know what you want. What you want? What would you update with Space Mountain?
Courtney said she's not sure if it's been mentioned, but there was a post on Facebook about it's a small world being replaced by Tangle Attraction. That came from a bogus news site.
It never happened.
I don't know which one. I don't remember whether it was either Viral Disney or one of those sites that all they post is clickbait crap, and it's just designed to get you to click on it so they can make money off their website. It's completely bogus. That's just if you click if you click the link, it told you it was bogus.
Yeah. Small World is, yeah, you're right. It's not going anywhere, much to my chagrin.
Kim says the same thing. All the carnival games in Animal Kingdom that make it feel like a cheap fair, something probably by Bill's House and Kings Island or whatever.
Where the Bradys go.
All right, Brandon. Thank you, man. Thanks for joining. Have a wonderful time in Disney, man.
Enjoy your trip, Brandon.
Yeah, tell Dana I said hello.
A Bug's Life.
Brandon's a local. I helped. I know he's friends with Dana. I helped Dana book a couple of her trips, and she sent me some clients in the past. Joe wants me just to go on the fly. I'm gonna be called, but they changed it. They changed it a while ago. Like, it could be somebody's number at their house, and I don't want to do that live.
You know what, Jeff? I would say Tom Sawyer's Island is probably a little too classic.
Well, I also think it's too hard to get to do anything better with it, if that makes sense.
Well, you'd have to, yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? So you put an each attraction there, and then you got to get everybody over there back and forth by rafts. I just thought, it's just not going to fly. It's just too much.
Yeah, it'll be a little challenging. All right, make it a smoother coaster. I see what you're saying, Sean, but there's just something magical about thinking that I'm going to die in the back of Space Mountain.
Bill said, "Watch it, Jimmy." I got on him by Kings Island. No, I don't hate Figment. I know it's yeah, I thought the phone lines were disconnected too. I don't hate Figment. I know it was better in the original, but I don't hate it.
I don't know how deep that water is in order to make a tunnel. I know a bridge wouldn't work with how big the Liberty Bell is.
Right. Yeah, I'd be okay with Dino Land being replaced.
I need to go and kind of experience some of those attractions because those are some that I actually have never done. So that has to happen first.
Chris said they just installed new like ride vehicles in Space Mountain. It's been smoother in the past 2 weeks. I didn't know that.
Well, it's been breaking down a lot.
Jeff, large bridge. Oh man, you know how big that bridge would have to be for that riverboat to go underneath it?
Right. That riverboat is very large.
Oh, unless you got rid of the Liberty Bell. I would never get rid of the Liberty Bell. I don't think, first of all, the points of view you get from there, the picture-taking opportunities you get from Liberty Bell, and if you ever get in a spot where you can truly listen to the narration by Samuel Clemens, it's by an actor playing Samuel Clemens, but it's fantastic.
Bring back Bill's killing it tonight. Is there a way to block him?
I can block him. You want me to block him? You say the word.
Bill's killing it. Bring back Jaws.
Oh my God.
You got to check out that new Harry Potter world, Bill.
Bring back.
When you head down in September.
Bring back Harry Potter. A drawbridge. Now they could put a drawbridge, I guess.
They could put a drawbridge in. That's not a bad idea. Bill does have jokes tonight.
Bill's got lots of jokes. Yeah, it would work. I don't hate Tom Sawyer Island.
I don't hate Tom Sawyer Island either.
Jeff, I don't know if we need a new restaurant in that area or just have them utilize Aunt Polly's more.
Yeah, that thing is only open really in the summer.
If they had a barbecue slaw dog over there, I'd go over there every trip.
Courtney, the one in California is awesome because, it's great, but it's side-by-side seating, which really threw me for a loop when I rode that.
Which is interesting because their Splash Mountain is
front to back seating.
Is inline, so they're flipped. Hey, Mandy, how are you?
Hey, Mandy.
Joe, I'm going to venture to say as a photographer, because I know you're a photographer, you probably love Tom Sawyer Island and the Liberty Bell because you get so many unique points of view for pictures.
I'll tell you, the Liberty Bell, when you take that trip around the Liberty Bell, you get such great shots of Thunder Mountain, Haunted Mansion. There's just so much there that's so cool.
Oh, you lucky, Mandy. Mandy said it's great. She's great packing for Disney this weekend.
This is my time of year, and I did not go in lieu of redoing my floor.
That's a good point, Billy. Billy said, isn't he a little old to be called Harry now? Shouldn't it be Harold?
Yeah, it should be Harold.
Harold Potter.
We're good tonight, Mandy. We're testing out this new platform, so.
Yeah, it seems to work just as good. So one of the limitations is we can't put the comments up on the screen on this platform like we do when we use the BeLive platform. But other than that, I think this platform, it does allow me to pull Lisa into the screen with me, as opposed. The other limitation is we can't do 3 people at once on this platform. I can only do 2. I can tell you this, Joe. I had a lot. Jeff, we were using a program called XSplit. Um, we have been using up until this point Be Live, which is a great program, no doubt about it. And when we have multiple people, when we have more people or somebody joining from the parks, that's the cool thing about Be Live is I can shoot you the link and you can join, or I'll have you download the app and you can join from your phone. So the Be Live thing is it's been really a good deal for us, and we've been using that and until we just started testing out XSplit.
Yeah, it's just something. It's just something different.
Happy birthday, Mandy.
Yeah, happy birthday. Alicia pointed out just a little while back that watching the parade from Tom Sawyer Island is nice, and that's something that our podcast co-host Ed has raved about. He's gotten some great pictures of the parade.
Yeah,
from
just
Tom
sitting
Sawyer
by
Island.
Aunt Polly's. That's not open, but you just sit right there and you can watch Festival of Fantasy right there. I will tell you, thanks, Jeff. So Jeff, it just has a chroma key built into it. So me and Lisa are both sitting in front of green screens. That
Awesome, Steve. Thanks for sharing. What are you doing?
just showing Jeff.
Oh, cool.
So just kind of give them an idea, a little peek behind the curtain on how. So we're just sitting in front of green screens that just block out and let us sit right in front of whatever background we want. So this is just a picture. We've been changing it up. We have not done an overseas nerd trip. I would love to, maybe eventually. I would probably need a raise before then. But you never know. You never know what might happen. For those, oh, Bill thought we were really sitting in front of Casey's.
We were sitting at Casey's after we got out of the time machine is what really happened.
Yeah, because there's the barbecue slaw dog up there. I'm very upset about it. For those of you watching, I would, we do have a Disney Nerds podcast trip every year. This year the meetups will be on November 9th and November 10th in Walt Disney World in Florida. We do have group room rates available, so if you're interested in coming down for the trip, you can definitely shoot me a message or shoot the Disney Nerds Podcast Facebook page a message, and I'll get you the group room rates. They don't because it's a contract with Disney for group rooms. They don't allow me to advertise the rate, but if you shoot me the message, I'll be happy to send it to you, and you could definitely come join us. It's a lot of fun. On the Friday night, the 9th, the meetup will be some type of just hang out, have a drink, everybody kind of mingle. And then on Saturday, we always have a scavenger hunt. So this year, I think the scavenger hunt will be at Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom, yep.
Yeah, we've done Epcot, we've done Hollywood Studios, we've done Magic Kingdom the past 2 years, different sections because Magic Kingdom's so big, so much cool stuff to see. Thank you, Jeff, so much, dude. Shoot up a link to your podcast, Jeff, so we can check it out too. Shoot us a link to your webpage. That's how we started about 5 years ago, Jeff, was a audio only podcast, which is the DisneyNerdsPodcast.com. It's available on iTunes and Google Play, Stitcher. Alexa, play the Disney Nerds Podcast. I love that because it's on TuneIn Radio. Mike, the dates are November 9th and 10th will be the dates of the meet. I will be there that whole week. I've already got it booked. I've already booked my room, my group room rate. I'll be there, I think, from November 3rd through the 11th. But the meetups will be the 9th and the 10th. Last year, Courtney, who just checked out, thank you, Courtney, for the happy anniversary. Courtney came last year with her mom. Sophie's there every year. Who else has come? Morgan's obviously come. Ian's been before. Ian will be back again this year. We get a lot of people from the group that join us. Rachel's been there.
The locals, yeah, Rachel, Frank.
Yep, all the locals that live out there. Chris will be there. Chris, let me know if you want to book a room for a night. If you like, especially if you like to indulge in an alcohol beverage or something on the Friday night. A lot of our local um, a lot of our local friends will book just, book one night, book Friday night. That way they can go to the parks, have some drinks, hop on a bus, go back to the room, and then get a good night's sleep, and then head back to the parks for the
Cat and Audie are coming?
Cat and Audie are coming again. Audie already booked the room. So Kathy and Audie were there last year. They've been down with us in Disney for a few years. Matter of fact, we'll see them at the end of May.
Yep.
And then they'll be back down with us for the meetups. So the meetups are a blast. So if you guys, thank you so much, Alicia. It's just not the same without you stalking us for our anniversary. That's kind of an inside joke, but she'll get it. So the meetups are a ton of fun. Alicia's been to a meetup. She hadn't been in the scavenger hunt, but she went to the monorail crawl, which that just passed the anniversary for that. The pictures and stuff started showing up in Facebook, and so that's Chris will be down there at the end of May. You stalked me. Alicia met up with us all, and then on more than one occasion, we just turned around and she happened to be there.
There's nothing wrong with that, Alicia. Nothing wrong.
Billy, you ought to come when we're there for the meetups, dude. It's a lot of fun, I tell you. One of the best times to go. And it's Food and Wine Festival. Alicia, you need to go. You need
Christmas?
to come for the Food and Wine Festival. Yeah, she said 4 times. 4 times. All of a sudden, there's Alicia. God. So Kim, I said, we can't shake this girl. I'm kidding.
You did. That popped up as a memory, Kim. You did get your lantern.
We're not going to talk about the lantern.
For your anniversary.
So it was a lot of fun. The monorail crawl, that was a great night. Great night. We had so much fun.
That monorail crawl was awesome. What was amazing about the monorail crawl was how much fight that my, at that time, future wife put up, having to go to the monorail
crawl. Meet a bunch of Disney nerds.
Yeah, I don't want to go. I'm like, I really want to go. She says, I don't want to go. And we went. She went reluctantly and has not looked back.
Alicia had went to the monorail crawl, but then Alicia also hung out one night with us. She came, but we went to ESPN bar with Sam, and Alicia came with us. That was a fun year. So Alicia, you need to get back down there and do the, hey Maria, you're not late. Party's just starting.
That's right.
We wouldn't start the party without you, Maria.
The monorail crawl was hysterical.
That happened to us, Chris. We were all hanging out, having drinks by the monorail, and we were supposed to head to the to Bay Lake Tower to go to the top of the world to watch the fireworks, and we got stuck on the damn monorail. It sucked.
That's right, Kim. She did meet you, and everything has been fabulous ever since.
God.
Now there's no fighting. Now there's no argument.
Yeah, because you just say, well, Kim's going to be there, and you two can be antisocial together.
That's right. Because really what I get is Kim better be there.
Right? So I highly recommend all of you come join us for the meetups. It's a ton of fun. It's a lot of fun. Jeff, I saw that. Where do you live, Jeff? So you said you wish to live. I'm in New Orleans. Lisa's in the Northeast, Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. He forgets every week. It's not like I've been friends with him for 3 years, but he forgets every week.
I knew it was Massachusetts. We are going, Billy, I got 2 trips planned. I'm going May, go Memorial Day week for more of a family vacation. But then we're going down in November for the Disney Nerds podcast meetups, which will be I'll be there November 3rd through November 11th. What you trying to say, Kim?
I think I know exactly what she's trying to say. she's saying.
Oh, Jeff, you're right around the corner, dude. Me and my wife were just in Biloxi, not this past weekend, but the weekend before, the 3-day weekend. We went up to Scarlet Pearl. I've got a friend who I went to high school with that works at the Scarlet Pearl, and she gets me a room every night. Well, now they send me the rooms, but originally she'd get me a room out there.
They sent me rooms too, if it's any consolation.
Yeah. Lisa and Angela went once when they came down here, and
they've been trying to get me to come back ever since.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And I went to the IP while we were down. Me and my mom and my mom's friend, while Kim was the one to stay in the room and just kind of get ready. I went over to the IP and just gambled a little bit, and they've already sent me a thing with free rooms, so I'm sure we'll be back down. I didn't realize you, Jeff. I didn't realize you lived right there in Biloxi, man.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm selectively social too. Is that what we're calling it now? Mandy, welcome back. Oh, that's awesome, Billy. That's when is that? When are the Fall Nationals?
Yeah, when is it in November?
I love going to events over at that ESPN Center. It's an awesome complex. And I think incredibly underutilized.
Courtney too. They're all Courtney, Morgan, Angela, Kim. That's all a little clique now. That's like they're like the cool kids in our group.
Yeah, I don't know how we lost this clout that maybe we never had it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Kim and Angela's group's expanded faster than our group.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I don't know how that happened, but yes, it is. They've got a secret podcast and a secret live show.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on
with their group.
Mandy said, "I found my charger," so that's where she's been looking for her charger. I would love that, Jeff. Next time we go there, I would definitely hit you up, dude. You can come meet us out.
We should be down there, Billy, right around that same time. So definitely. Oh, Kim, Wide World of Sports is awesome. It's if you're a sports fan at all, just the field alone and walking around that whole entire complex is great. You know, having done several Run Disney events.
I am drinking.
It is great.
Blackstone Merlot.
He's drinking that yucky red wine.
That's all I really like is red wine.
Yeah, I think I probably watched The Lost Boys one too many times, and I have myself convinced it's probably blood. God.
It is blood.
Kiefer Sutherland just steered me wrong.
I was just watching the new show I've been watching, The Blacklist.
Yeah.
And the mother from there is in one of the episodes.
The mother from
the what's the vampire movie you just said?
Oh, Diane Wiest.
Yes. She's in one of the episodes. She's very evil in that.
Courtney, by the way, Courtney, I know your mom. I know Sophie rather, and several other people did the Run Disney events this weekend, and congratulations. But yeah, the Run Disney Expo was the first time you had ever been the Wide World of Sports. I actually took liberties. So the first time we ever did the Run Disney events down there, I didn't run. Angela ran, and I walked around the complex. I didn't care if I was supposed to be there or not. I walked the whole entire complex while she was inside getting her bib.
I've never been to the Wide World of Sports. I know the Braves, and I'm a Braves fan. The Braves do their spring training there. I think this is the last year they're doing it.
Nope, they signed on for 2018, 2019, I thought, as well.
Oh, did they? Well, awesome. I'm going to have to try and make it out there one spring when I can go watch one of the spring games.
We were walking from the bus to the Jolston Center where you pick up your bib, and a ball came flying into the parking lot from batting practice. So I have a ball from their batting practice.
I already knew that. Angela just told me.
Yeah, thanks for taking the wind out of my sails,
stealing
dear.
Your thunder.
This is why I married her, folks.
Chris, I did see that about the person who lost the cross. That's terrible.
Yeah, that is horrible.
See, your brother's gonna get himself blocked.
He's not been paying attention. You still have a team. I don't even know who he roots for because he's like, you really want to block him? He's a Cowboys fan. Jim.
Oh, he's definitely getting blocked. The Cowgirls?
Yeah, he's a Cowboys fan.
Oh no, they still have a team. They haven't been relevant since like the '90s.
I can't keep track of who he roots for and who he doesn't.
Look, the Saints are not always fantastic, but I can always count on the Cowboys games because I know the Saints will definitely beat them. Oh, that's awesome, Chris.
Oh,
Bill
wow.
says go Reds. Chris says go Eagles. I don't think they play baseball.
Boston College Eagles have a baseball team. Touche.
Jeff says he loves the Cowboys, but he also supports the Saints. He lives in Biloxi. That's all Saints fan. Biloxi, Mississippi is Saints country.
They have a great cheerleading team. Your wife is pulling out the stops tonight.
Go Cubbies. I'm indifferent about the Cubs. Yeah, I know, Jeff. You're in Saints country. You have no choice. You know what's funny, Jeff, is that my father-in-law and my mother-in-law live up in North Louisiana, right outside of Shreveport, Bossier City area. And my father-in-law, he lived here for a long time, and he's a Saints fan, but there are more Dallas Cowboys fans in North Louisiana than there are Saints fans.
Is it just based on proximity?
Yeah, they're just so much closer. I mean, they're 2.5 hours to 2 hours to Dallas, and they're 5.5 hours to New Orleans. So
it's like as you get into like Southern Rhode Island and into a lot of Connecticut, there's a lot more Yankees fans than there are Red Sox fans.
At least it says Sox because New England, and that is the only reason. Chris says Cowboys belong on the History Channel.
Wow.
Oh, God. Angela said, I think Boston may have an okay team. I heard that somewhere. Which Boston team?
Who knows?
Yankees all the way this year. Kim Levy. I find the Yankees kind of like Dallas Cowboys. They're very polarizing. Either people love them or they hate them.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's accurate.
You don't find people that are just indifferent. They're either a fan or they're not.
You could say the same thing about the Cowboys. I think you could say the same thing about
Patriots. Cowboys and Yankees and Patriots. Yep. Maria says all of the Boston teams.
See?
Can't go wrong with a Boston team.
I like it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. When Boston beat the Yankees, I mean that was great. But I mean, anybody could have really beat them, and the Yankees would have been happy.
That's all that matters to you.
Well, I don't like the Yankees.
North Louisiana only gets Cowboys games. You know, it's an interesting concept. It's obviously veered horribly away from Disney, but there are a lot of people up in Massachusetts that are huge Giants fans. And that had a lot to do with the fact that the way that they didn't air football games back in the day, it was based on whether or not the stadium sold out. And when the Patriots were horrible, so they didn't air those games on broadcast television. So the next closest game that they aired was the New York Giants. So people became fans of the New York Giants. read Angela's comment.
I can't. I can't pay her no mind whatsoever. Well, that sucks, Billy. I'll be there November 3rd. November 3rd through the 11th.
Oh, Brad, I read that they may change Spaceship Earth. How and to what?
Never heard that one.
Oh, Jimmy? Anne-Marie's got a question for you.
Anne-Marie, I highly, 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 highly recommend it. We did that when we were there in October, and it was so much fun. It was me, Lisa, Angela, my wife, and their kids, and it was awesome. Alicia said me and you should wear a get-along shirt.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome. Jeff says they have Expedition Roasters as their sponsor on their podcast as well.
Oh, great. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, they lost their sponsor, so... Well, let me know, Billy. We can get that booked. No, we definitely did not plan the shirts. I didn't even pick my shirt. Kim did. I was in the room trying to get all the technological stuff together, and Kim's like, "You need a podcast shirt." And she handed me this one, and I put it on.
And Angela, you were there when I grabbed the shirt. I just literally ripped it out of the laundry basket and walked upstairs. Actually, I hit you in the face with it a couple of times before I left.
Anne-Marie, we went from the Polynesian, and I think we went right in an hour, which I think is perfect. Gives you enough time to run down to all the way down to Wilderness Lodge, kind of circle Discovery Island, come back around, stop in front of the train station and all that, and get those photos, and still have time to get over there. So get back. So I think an hour is fine.
Yeah, I think an hour is perfect.
Yes, Alicia, I know exactly what a get-along shirt is. I actually have a picture of my kids in one of my T-shirts that says our get-along shirt. And when
Stop it! Do you really?
I made them, not anymore, but when they were younger, I made them put it on and wear it together. Yes, Kim and Angela, it's your guys' fault. You should have discussed shirt choices before me and Lisa got on.
This needs to be better planned.
Speaking of shirts, show them your shirt. Or you want me to show them mine? If you're interested in a shirt, a Disney Nerds podcast T-shirt, our buddy Joe Spady makes the shirts. They are $25 shipped to your door. They're printed on both sides. So they're printed front and back. They're printed front and back, both sides, shipped to your door. You can pick any color you want. Jeff, I'll be there right before the opening of Toy Story. Hopefully they do a soft opening, because I'll be there Memorial Day week, and it's not supposed to open till later that month. So our buddy Joe Morgan posted up a link to Joe's store. If you say that if you order a shirt and tell Joe that you saw it in the live stream, we'll also either one of two things. Either he'll put your name on the sleeve for free, or he'll send you a decal for your car for free. So one or the other, you pick. Tell him you saw it on the live stream, and he'll do one or the other for free for you. Put your name on the sleeve, or send you a decal, Disney Nerds Podcast Final decal for your car. So one of those for free. $25 T-shirt, whatever size, color you want, printed on both sides. $25. That's tax, shipping, everything included. You really, really can't beat it.
He does do kid-size shirts as well. All three of my little kids have them.
If you prefer something special, my son we were going on a trip. He wanted a tank top, And so I found this cool camouflage tank top, and I bought the shirt on Amazon. Had it shipped to Joe. He put the logo and all on it for me and shipped it to me. Jeff, I gotta imagine it's gonna be worse than the opening.
Jeff, it's gonna be crazy. I think about the fact that Pandora, I think, really appealed to adults, whereas I'm certain it appealed to both, but Pandora certainly, I feel like, appealed more to adults than kids.
Yeah.
Toy Story is going to appeal to the masses.
It's gonna. I mean, the only thing I can think of that's gonna be worse than Toy Story is when Star Wars Lands opens up.
Yeah, that'll be crazy.
Because the fandom is just so huge for Star Wars. Those people are gonna go. People that probably haven't been to Disney in years. Is like gonna go, and they're waiting. People that go every 2-3 years, they're all planning to go when Star Wars Land opens up. Yeah, I mean, I think Toy Story is going to be cool. I don't know. I mean, I'm not as excited for it as I am for Star Wars.
I think I'm as excited for both.
Mandy, I agree. I hope they have some pass holder previews. I hope when I'm there they have some soft openings or something. Yep.
I'm certain that they'll do pass holder previews. They did for Pandora. Yeah, I think, Chris, you hit the nail on the head. I kind of think for the first 3 or 4 months, you'd be better off not going to Hollywood Studios at all. Yep. It's going to be so busy.
Yeah. Rachel, prepare to be amazed. That was a tagline for our whole trip. I am excited about this Slinky Dog coaster. Mandy said she will be at the open for Galaxy's Edge. So will you and about 100,000 other people.
How do you plan for something like that, Mandy? How early do you plan on being in the parking lot is my question.
They're going to sleep in the car.
Yeah. I mean, that's almost what you have to do. You almost have to get up and walk to the gate at like 2 a.m.
I don't have any idea about the hotel, Kim.
Yeah, there's there are bits and pieces trickling out about the hotel, but nothing confirmed.
Yeah, I saw some videos, Jeff, from the opening of Avatar, and it was a mess. It's still a mess. If you go there in the morning.
Yeah, I did that though. I did rope drop. I got there at 7:30 for. I got there at, it must have been 7:30 for a 9 a.m. opening. We ended up walking in at 8 a.m. and really by 9:05 I was on and off of Flight of Passage.
Randy said she'll be there at 2 a.m. if she needs to be.
Yeah, right. So many people. There are going to be so many people there. That's just awesome, too much.
Jeff said he'll be spending the night at Hollywood Studios for Star Wars for sure. Gonna vlog the whole entire thing. That's awesome.
Good for you. That's
awesome.
That's absolutely awesome, Jeff. And something I can't wait to watch, but not something I'd be willing to experience.
Come on, let's do it.
Jimmy, I am 1,600 miles away from you. I almost think I can barely stand you now. You imagine how I'd be on lack of sleep for Star Wars opening?
What's that? Lizzie says hi, Auntie.
Hi.
Does Lizzie know
Hi, Lizzie Lou.
Does Lizzie know how hateful she is?
Why is Lizzie hateful?
No, does Lizzie know how hateful you are?
Oh, yeah. My whole family knows. That's okay.
I'm just curious.
See, Angela agrees.
Why are you so mean to me? I just wanted you to go to Star Wars with me.
Hide in the bushes inside the park. That's a great idea, Brad.
You'll never get caught.
No.
Climb.
Where's Joe with my... I need Joe for my camouflage Disney Nerds podcast shirt.
Climb the Mexico Pavilion. It'll be a great idea, they said. I agree, Jeff. I'm all for it. I think it's awesome. Do it. I don't know if you need to sleep in the parking lot though. I think you can. I think you can get there a couple hours early, and still get the whole. And still get the whole effect.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you got to wait a couple days. I mean, they're going to do significant extra magic hours. They're going to do the same thing they did with Pandora. They're going to. Thanks, Sean. Good night.
All right, Sean. Thanks for joining, man. We appreciate it.
I think that they're going to, and I know I've seen confirmation of this. They're going to do significant extra magic hours.
I think they have
Same
to
thing.
just to accommodate the people.
Yeah, they have to. So they're going to probably do a couple hours, at least an hour, if not more, before park opening, and at least 2 to 3 hours at the end of the day.
Mandy just wants to sleep in the parking lot. Man, they just get a hotel.
Just
get a hotel. Just get a hotel that's close by. If you get one of the, you stay at one of the All Stars, you know, it's like you're right there.
Hide somewhere at the Indiana. Hide inside the tank, Brad. Hide inside the tank.
All right, Rachel. So, Ken, we said hello.
Absolutely. Tell Ken and said what's up.
I miss some Ken. So, we'll definitely be down there. Ken. We'll definitely be down there in May. Me and Ken may be down there for a couple nights before May.
Awesome.
That was cool.
Yeah, I had a feeling Chris Extra Magic Hours had been confirmed. I thought I had read that or seen that somewhere.
Yeah, that's cool.
Definitely makes sense. Well, that was fancy.
It was fancy, wasn't it?
I liked that. That was very fancy.
I'm trying to change stuff up. Keep y'all guessing.
The cool thing is that I'm switching back and forth between YouTube and...
Did we get any comments on YouTube?
Nothing new. Nothing new. Nobody knows we're there.
I know it's gonna take a little while.
It's gonna take a little fun. How do you guys like this format?
You guys have been around for a while. Do you prefer this format or the way we were before? What else in 2 different boxes? The only thing we'll have to go back to the other format. If we have a guest or somebody in Disney, like next Tuesday, I think Morgan will be there.
Morgan will be. Yep. We'll definitely want to have Morgan bring us some love from the parks.
Yeah, I think I like this one better. We're just gonna have to. What's cool is I can load up all kind of different scenes, but I got to do a better job of getting set up before we're ready to go. And I was at work late tonight, so.
You know, Bill, it's one of the things I like about the other format as well. I love being able to show comments up on the screen.
It is cool.
This format is different. It's cool to be able to sit here and, you know.
Well, I think part of the other idea is that we can do, Chris, like Chris says, it brings Disney to people's living room. I think that's true. I also think the fact that we can go live to Facebook and YouTube at the same time is a big plus. Even though we probably don't have a lot of people on YouTube right now that watch us, but as we become more consistent and going live there, it's gonna introduce us to a whole different audience. Jeff, lately that's kind of what we've been doing. We've been coming in with some ideas of what we want to talk about, but not nailing it down. I know it's completely different than what we do for a podcast, because a podcast, a regular audio podcast, we usually go in with a topic, and that's what we cover, or an interview. But from what I've found so far, I think what we've noticed so far is that we get more engagement and more people show up on just kind of an open thing where we come in with a few topics to talk about, but it's very free flowing and very interactive. So that's what we've been doing. We for a while we did come in a few times with like a topic. But since then we've been coming in just kind of open, and just kind of, hey, we'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. We'll come with some topics that we're ready to talk about, but if that's not where the conversation goes, we'll go that route wherever it goes. All right, Brad, that's awesome, man.
Brad,
Thank you
that's
for
great.
joining. Look, every Tuesday night at 9 o'clock Walt Disney World time, we'll be here. Um, most of the time, it will be me and Lisa, but occasionally it could be Lisa and Morgan, or me and Morgan, or maybe even Ed. You guys don't want Ed, though. He's got a bad attitude.
You be nice, please, for once.
Uh,
So,
Take care of that baby, Joe Diebold. Baby's beautiful.
that's awesome.
Thanks, Jeff. We really appreciate that. We've gone for about an hour and a half tonight, which usually we go for about an hour. Bill, got a quick question. What Disney podcast do you listen to other than Nerds? Um, Go ahead, Lisa. You can rattle off a few that you like.
I like listening to the guys over at the Enchanted Tiki Talk podcast.
Some friends of ours, Sean. Yep.
Yep, Sean and Keith. Fortunately, they did lost they lost Alan, but they did pick up a couple of people from the Dixieland podcast. So
And we got to meet up with them for our meetup last in November. They came meet up with us and said hello, and we included their meetup and part of our scavenger hunt. So we have a really good relationship with them guys.
I'll always throw out, because I do like Rod Wheaton and his son Jake for the WDW Messenger podcast.
Another good friend of ours. We've done a joint show with them before.
And then I like specific, there are some podcasts out there that have been around for a long time, and they do specific like niche shows, like monthly topic shows, and they have a few of those on. I will listen to Resort Loop, the Resort Loop podcast.
I really like the guys over at Magic Our Way podcast. Those guys are locals to me, and friends. I got to meet Kevin a few times. I've met Kevin multiple times. I just saw him. He's also a drummer and then plays a lot of the Broadway style shows that we have here. So we went and see Hunchback the other night, me and my wife and my mother, and Kevin was there at the show. So I went and talked to him. Danny, I met him and Danny were both at, I forget, it was one of the Marvel movies, and it was just like complete happenstance that they were there at the same time, and I got to talk to them there. So I will tell you that show I love it, and I got to go in there and be a guest host. That one is a little bit more of it's not as kid friendly as our show, and I think they're okay with that. I mean, that's just what they do. They're artistic guys. That do that show, and it's awesome. So, and I would be out of my mind if I didn't talk about Lou Mangello and the WDW Radio podcast, who's come on our podcast and been a friend to us, and me and Lisa's met him a couple times in person, and always super 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 nice guy, willing to do anything he can to help anybody. So I would definitely be out of my mind if I didn't talk about him and how great he's been to us and just to everybody in the community. He's just a pillar of the Disney community. So anybody else that we're forgetting? I'm glad you brought up Rod Wheaton. I would also say the Disney Dish with Jim Hill and Lynn Testa is a good one. Jim Hill's awesome. Lynn Testa's fantastic. Full disclosure. Uh-oh. Lost Lisa. Full disclosure, and I'll cut you guys loose because for some reason I lost my Lisa. But touringplans.com is a sponsor of ours, so but Lynn Tessa does a fantastic job, and the Disney Dish with Jim Hill and Lynn Tessa is awesome. So thank you guys so much for joining. It's been over an hour, so I'm gonna cut you guys loose. And for some reason, Skype died on me and Lisa. So I don't know what happened exactly, but we we appreciate you guys joining. Join us every Tuesday night. Make sure to check out the audio, our regular podcast. It's just audio only. We had a great one this week. It's all about Walt. It's got a lot of great clips from Walt Disney himself. www.thedisneynerdspodcast.com. You can catch that on also the Disney Nerds podcast. You can catch that on iTunes for you Apple users, Google Play Music if you're an Android user. For both of them, you have the Stitcher app, TuneIn Radio, and the Podbean app. If you use an Amazon Echo, you're very welcome, Kim. Amazon Echo, TuneIn Radio, you can say, Alexa, play the Disney Nerds podcast, and it'll play the latest episode. Check us out at Instagram at the Disney Nerds. Instagram at the Disney Nerds Podcast, Twitter at the Disney Nerds. Make sure to like the Disney Nerds Podcast Facebook page. Join the group Disney Nerds, all caps. We've got about 23,000 fellow Disney nerd fans there, so it's a lot of fun. That place is a lot of fun. If you got a question, it's a great place to get a question answered. I think that's it. You can email the show. You can email questions at thedisneynerdspodcast.com. If you want to get us in touch with one of us individually, you can email Jimmy at thedisneynerdspodcast.com, Lisa at thedisneynerdspodcast.com, Ed, Sam, all at thedisneynerdspodcast.com. And definitely our new sponsor. Thank you so much to Expedition Roasters. We're so happy to have them. What a great brand. I'm looking. We just put this thing together, and I wanted to get it up quick. But I'm completely looking forward to trying some of these coffees. I know my wife has a. My wife's a big coffee lover, so I know she's even more excited than I am to have some of this coffee. So make sure, and I know Morgan's out there. She's going to post links. Make sure to use our discount code 20% off your first order from Expedition Roasters. And also our sponsor, DVC Resale Market. If you're in the market for a DVC resale purchase, contact dvcresalemarket.com. Nick and his friends over there have a lot of experience with DVC and can point you in the right direction. Alicia, we don't have a Vera yet. To be honest with you, I don't know. I'm going to give it a little more time. I'm going to give Vero a little more time. I opened up a Vero personally. I'm going to give it a little more time for them to get their stuff together. But that app has been very, very glitchy, and it's hard to search for people and stuff. So I'm going to give it a little more time, and I'm going to wait until they do a little better before I start pushing stuff there. So also, if you want a Disney Nerds podcast T-shirt. Want a Disney Nerds podcast T-shirt? Contact Joe Spady. Morgan will throw up a link in the comments to contact Joe and order. Tell him you saw it on the live stream, and you can get your name on the sleeve for free, or a decal for your car for free. So order a shirt, show your Disney Nerds pride, let everybody know who you are. We love to wear them in the parks. Get asked questions all the time. So. All right, look forward to seeing you guys next week. Make sure to tell your family and friends about the show and have them join with us next week. We'll be posting something on the page and in the group soon about next Tuesday and what you guys want to talk about. We love to get you guys' ideas and try and cover as many people's ideas as we can and just be here with you guys and chat. So thanks again. Have a good night. Kwaherini. Bonne nuit les gens.